This was a discovery, a bit of an anomaly in my life that I had noticed cropping up on the internet, maybe 2014. A lot of the stuff that was in the video game music archive got dumped to rom-hacks, and it was interesting to find out that a MIDI file that is still available in the video game music archive by me. It's actually tag data marked Robert Smith MallowMan, which is an old handle of mine. Information in the tag information is there. Now, I went ahead and grabbed Keppy Synthesizer and Chaos Bank so that you could hear this MIDI as it intended to be sound at the time that I composed it, because that's how I intended it to sound. Now, I originally had envisioned it being played on the SNES. Now, somebody took the liberty of doing this, which I was like, all right, wait a minute, wait a minute. First, I was mad. I was like, wait a minute, this guy gave me no credit whatsoever. Check this out. In grand-poo-world, in the level Echo Base, there is a song. This is the song, and it's available on Super Mario World Central. It's a direct SPC conversion of the MIDI file. And to prove this case to you, I will take the SPC that I pulled from his archive here, that is Super Mario 6F V2. And then if we go on vgmusic here, you can see Super Mario 6F V2 with my name. Now, I'm going to play the tracks side-to-side comparison so that you can see. This guy basically lived a dream that I never lived. He converted the file for me, which I was like, at first, I was like, you know what? I looked at him like, you know what? I ain't even mad, because this guy completely just he completely honored something that I wanted to do with this song years ago, and that was to convert it into a song that could be played on the Super Nintendo, which is something that I never did the research for. I never knew how to do. I was working with MIDI files, and I didn't know. It's really like walking in on somebody just completely honoring your dream, just honoring something that you wanted to do years ago, but that you didn't have the technical knowledge or the tools to do. It's beautiful, really. So the person whose stream that I discovered this in was Doge stream, and he's a Super Mario World speedrunner, very well known. Respect the guy. He does a lot of speedrunning work for their community. So he plays rom-hacks, and they speedrun the rom-hacks. Now, this song is actually at the timestamp that I have this video paused at in Echo World. Now, I don't want to play his content because I don't own his content. Um, I feel like that would be against YouTube's terms of service for me to share his video with you. So I'm not going to play that. I'm just going to say, if you want to see it, it's in his grand-poo-world. The ROM hack is also available on the Super Mario World Central website. And it's if you go ahead and you search up grand-poo-world, you'll find the IPS patch available for it, and grab yourself floating IPS patches so that you can enjoy the song at the timestamp, provided you can get that far, because it's a frickin' Kaizo hack. But it was epic, this find. And like I said, I'm not mad at the person who did it, because it's like them them completing the rest of something that I wanted to do, that I didn't have the time. I was going through a lot of, technicalities, life in general. So I didn't really progress with my MIDI knowledge for that. I used a copy of Cakewalk Pro Audio 9 at the time. Now I'm using Sonar, and I'm a bit upset because Gibson dropped the license to it, and I can't continue. I did make yet another remix of this track and named it Mario's Icy Life, and it's available on my SoundCloud, which in my last video a lot of people seem to enjoy. But I made this discovery today. It's like I stumbled upon it randomly, wasn't even looking for it, in a stream, like, huh, is that my remix from 2006? It sounds oddly like and bang on if it wasn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the two MIDIs side by side that you can see the comparison between the two, how it sounded on the MIDI, and then I'm going to play the SPC, which is SNES 9 SNES sorry, sound data, um, and just let you enjoy the fulfillment of something that I just wow, it's like a life accomplishment to get this, because I made that so long ago, and I feel like the MIDI itself just vanished into obscurity. I was worried I'd lost all my work. I had it on a zip disk. That zip disk got damaged. I had another CD-ROM, and due to a situation with somebody I was living with, a lot of my data archival stuff got damaged. And it's like opening a time capsule. It's literally like opening a data time capsule on your life, and something you did when I think I wrote this when I was 15. So I'm going to go ahead and show this off. Now, the thing to note is, yes, this is a MIDI file. Yes, aha, funny memes. But you got to remember, the technology I was working with at the time is very different. What I'm about to show you is KeppySynthesizer, which it will not emulate a Sound Blaster Live hardware wavetable exactly, but it will certainly damn well try, and it's the best thing that I've gotten to play black MIDI files, which crash halfway through. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best way to play MIDI files if you don't have a hardware wavetable or something really old from the 1980s. This is the way to do it. So, KeppySynth, I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. This is his tool, his program, and his program is what will be generating the music through this player. I'm going to go ahead and switch to direct sound mode here so that it plays a little better than it was. And we're going to go ahead and start up this MIDI file. And it's Super Mario 6F V2, so I did save it in my looping tracks folder. Okay, so I pulled this video from the archive, and I pulled this MIDI file from the archive. I uploaded years and years and years ago, and discovered that it matched up with something that was a port that was very recent. They made into a ROM hack in 2018, so I was like, shit, this stuff is just following me around. So I'm going to play this back to back. I'm going to mute myself so that you can hear the difference. First, I will play the MIDI, and then I will open SPCPlayer and play the other file. an AMR file, which for SNES technicals is an additional audio DSP provided on the Super Nintendo for additional signal processing and waveforms. And the thing that I don't know is why that lags, but I think that's due to the clock speed of the chip itself being emulated incorrectly in SPCPlayer. But this does play on stock hardware. Everything that is released on Super Mario World Central is either marked for being able to play on stock hardware or not, and this is one of the things that can be played correctly with the AMR sound driver. So I was like, dang, nice. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Mario's Icy Life remix, since that's the one in the last video everyone seemed to really like. I'm really fond of this SPC conversion simply because that was the original intent of the song. I wanted this to play on a Super Nintendo. And that's just a thrill to me that somebody actually went out and did this, and that even though, as I said, it was done without permission. Even if it was done without permission, it doesn't even bother me because holy shit, this is just nostalgia overload. This is something I did. Like, I really appreciate this, man. Like, seriously, I do, because yeah, this is something they couldn't do. Somebody just went and helped me fulfill this wish. So that's grand. It really, really is. I appreciate the work put into porting this over to the Super Nintendo for this. So I'm going to go ahead and play the final, which is the I don't think it's not Dreams of Destiny. It's Mario's Icy Life, and I have a feeling that the original without the commentary is currently on my SoundCloud. So that's what I'm gonna have to get. That's what I'm gonna have to do, is play it to you guys through my SoundCloud. So that is what I'll do, and actually recover the song and download an original copy of it back, because I don't want to have just the commentary remix on here. But whatever, we'll go ahead and play the. I called it a Super Smash Bros. Remix because that was the contest. That's why it sounds like a battle theme, is because it was supposed to be a Super Smash Bros. Stage that you were supposed to think in your head and design music to. So that's the reason why it sounds so like upbeat and dramatic, is because you were supposed to be fighting, and that was the idea behind this song. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this and shut up and let you guys hear the Cakewalk Sonar 2017 remix. And that's it. That is all three versions of the song. So if you happen to be a ROM hacking enthusiast running across this, I absolutely don't care if you use this. I am more than enthused that somebody did this. This was something that I made a long time ago, and to be fair, like it's like nobody ever knew, and quite honestly, it's a thrill that somebody thought that the track was that held this much enough validity to do this. It's ended up in several famous Super Mario World ROM hacks. Um, that major people that are raising a lot of donation money for good causes are some of that the song has been in a few of these hacks that these people play. I'm honored. I'm absolutely honored that somebody did this. It's beautiful to me. It really is. Um, I gotta stay strong, and I don't want to get emotional over this, but thank you. Thank you to every single person that this song has reached the ears of, because yeah, it's it's gorgeous. It really is, and thanks. Uh, I can't say thank you enough for it, especially since some of the content that this has been featured in has helped raise money for some seriously good causes, cancer and Parkinson's disease and research and stuff like that. I had a grandparent who suffered that, and a father who died from dialysis as a result of diabetes and serious medical conditions. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me that one of my songs reached, you know, because I've seen people commenting in stream on it, and I'm just like, That's my song." Because I was brought aware of this situation, that it was in a hack, a few of them, but I didn't know which ones. So it was kind of an interesting thing. I was just browsing YouTube today and stumbled across this, and that's beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. I really, MallowMan, the other half of me from 2006, definitely, and myself, appreciate this.